in the category of sometimes a problem you think you need to solve isn't actually the real problem at all. I was thinking recently about how folks may try to fix a behavior or a learning environment, but they haven't actually taken the time to get to know their client and build a relationship. If you haven't done that, nothing else is really going to matter. Hi, I'm Dr. Megan, and I guide people in growing, learning, and cultivating connection and curiosity. And I think this is something that we really need to dive in on. I had the wonderful opportunity to be on a panel with brilliant colleagues talking about Ascent. And every time we do that, I love the different questions that come up because there are so many people in the field of education and behavior analysis who are wanting to use better practices, but their training hasn't really set them up for implementing Ascent-based practices. And honestly, with what we have available right now, in terms of teaching people about how to implement Ascent-based practices, there aren't a ton of options either. One thing that I was reflecting on after the panel is some of the troubleshooting and questions that came up. And then it's not just in that panel. I see it quite a bit when I see folks asking questions online or in the different trainings that I'm doing, is this idea of, my client's doing this and I don't know how to respond, or I've tried addressing the, setting and making it more exciting and fun, but it doesn't seem to be working. And there's a lot of troubleshooting questions essentially around how to navigate something the client's doing or make the learning environment maybe more fun, but it's kind of missing the bigger picture, which is basically our number one priority when we first meet a client or a student, as with any human services field, is to build rapport, to develop a connected relationship. We can put all of the effort and energy and well-meaningness we want into having the best learning environment that, a person would realistically not try to leave. And we can also give as much space as we need to for our clients to move around and go to different places within the learning environment. But if we're not really observing them closely and taking the time to honor and affirm who they are, to really get to know who they are, to build that trusted, connected relationship and show them, not only am I a safe person, but I understand you well enough, I can create a safe environment. None of the efforts we put in anywhere else are really going to make much of a difference. So why is it then that sometimes we have clients where it's like, didn't have to do any of that. They came running into this room and we started doing stuff right away and I didn't have to do anything. Well, then they already feel safe and they already trust you, and that's wonderful. But a lot of the times the clients that we're serving, that's not the case because of the experiences they're having in this world that's not designed for them and is often designed in a way that is trying to push them to be someone they're not. If you like this kind of information and discussion, make sure to give me a follow. I've talked about connected relationships a bit on here, but I also have quite a few trainings where I talk about this as well. So if you need more information on that, make sure to send me a DM.